law enforcement?
You're raising another issue completely, but it's certainly a major one. I think it is racial. I think it goes back over many years, but it's also the way we enforce the law. We do militarize the police, and since our empire has been involved in wars overseas, we're seeing a huge amount of equipment going to the police forces, which they don't need to protect the people and to serve the people. On the contrary, they scare the people. They scare me, and I'm a white man in Los Angeles, but when I drive around, I feel like, this is a militarized police force out there.
I want to ask you, because I was speaking to a young mother just before this program, and she said she watched what happened in Ferguson. She said, "Don, I sat down and watched you because I realized my kids needed to see this. This is history in the making. Had I been around, during the civil rights movement, I would have wanted my parents to sit me in front of the television." What do you make of what's going on here in America? Do you think, obviously we progress in some ways, but I'd like to get your take on that.
Well, the big take is that we're trying to say we are an empire. We are spread all over the world. We are spending fortunes on foreign wars and maintenance of foreign bases and trying to police the world, trying to control through regime change, through propaganda, through news. We're giving our young people a view of the world with America as the savior of the world, which is what Woodrow Wilson called it back in 1918. We're not, and we can't be. The world is different than us, and we have to understand, we have to look at the world through humbler eyes, more compassionate eyes, and then we have to look at the people of our own country with those same eyes. We have to understand that we are a people together. We're not fighting for control of the world. We should be fighting to improve ourselves and to build up our own society, and that includes Ferguson's of the world.
And that includes the young people, which I think that was the reason you have been doing the series. For the first time, though, since Ulysses S. Grant was president, America is not the leading economic power on the planet. The Chinese economy just overtook the United States economy to become the largest in the world. We would talk about American exceptionalism, and that it was great that kids grew up in America. Does that frighten you for the future of America, for the future of our children in this country?
Not at all. No, I mean, economies, the American dollar is still psychologically the strongest currency, and the one that it's the basket that everyone goes to. Not everyone, but most everyone. What scares me is America's military power. It's enormous, 10 times larger than China or Russia. We have the ability to terminate life on this planet. We have the nuclear capacity to do so, and also through our missions, we have tremendous say in how this world is going. The planet might be, ending in a habitable way within the next 100 years. So this is very, very bothersome. We control our future. We control the destiny of this planet, and by making enemies out of China, Russia, Iran, North Korea, etc., we are looking for enemies and taking the concentration that we need now to take care of ourselves away from that.
Yeah, you've mentioned Russia several times, just in that last response. And on a recent trip to Russia, you met Russian President Vladimir Putin, and now you want to make a documentary on him. Why?
I met Mr. Putin, who was very interesting meeting. He gave me half an hour of his time, but I want to. You see, I think there's been a lot of misreporting on this supposed new Cold War. And I think this is very dangerous, and I think it comes from the West. And I think the United States, if you check out the story and go into more depth, you'll find that there was a provocations that the United States made in Ukraine that made the Russians react this way. Which I believe in peace, I believe in freedom, I love my country. I would love this country to be strong and secure, but not at the expense of other people.
Can I talk to you about Hollywood now? Something that's it's important, but a little less heavy. Are you living your directorial dream right now? Is there something out there that you would like to do that you haven't done?
I've enjoyed making documentaries at the same time as features. Documentaries are a way of seeing the world, expanding your knowledge. I've made them on Castro, as you know, and on Hugo Chavez and the 7 other presidents now that took over in Latin America in 2000. This untold history has been the greatest.